Hey guys, it's Don. Today we're going to be reacting to some scary videos and so we're gonna be also making skating videos, Pokemon opening, a lot of stuff, okay? We're gonna be reacting also to some stuff. Make sure you grab your snacks like Takis, Red Bull, and your kind of candy. Let's see, maybe like gummy worms. Those are pretty fire. But yeah, make sure you give that like button a juicy smack, and make sure you subscribe so you can never miss a video like this one. So let's get on to this video. This first video is, This first video is he should be allowed to have a daughter. He shouldn't be allowed to have a daughter by Life of Luxury. Life of Luxury, you make the best videos. Shout out to them. Literally give them 10 million views, okay? Give them, wait, no, not even 10 million views. How much subscribers do they got? I don't know. But make sure you subscribe to their channel. They have really good videos.
What is this?
They have really good videos. But yeah, let's get on to this video.
You know how amazing my daddy is? He says I'm the best girl in the world.
Excuse me, sir. Did something happen to your daughter?
What does he say? Bro, this isn't normal. Ask what he did to her.
Are you touching his stuff?
What the hell is that? I told you, her dad is doing something horrible. We need to leave now.
Got my Gatorade.
Listen, I'm not leaving without finding out where she is. Can we just go to the basement?
Bro, I'm gonna leave the lights on. Hold on. I'm gonna leave the lights on so you guys can see my reactions, because if I have the lights off, you can't see me. So yeah.
What's back there?
A demon. Scary person. Dang, bro. Got that up in there. That's
What's
scary.
up, guys? I'm Parker, and this is my friend Chester. And welcome back to Life of Luxury. We want to say thank you so much for 5 million subs. We worked really hard to get this video out before Halloween. Let's hit 100,000 likes for more new episodes. So for this episode, we received an email from a girl named Chloe, an 18-year-old who lives alone deep in the woods with her brother and father. Chloe says that for the last couple weeks, she's been waking up to screaming noises in her house, and she has no idea where they're coming from. She also said that when she tries to ask her dad about the noises, he gets really angry. She sent us this video for proof. So
What
tonight
the
we're gonna
heck?
head to Chloe's house to see what's going on.
Bruh,
But first, a quick
what
word
the
from our
heck
sponsor.
was...
Oh, coloring is so boring. I wish I had a cool game I could play.
I have the scariest game you can play. This episode is sponsored by The Walking Dead Survivors. This is a survival game based on the horrifying
The Walking Dead. Oh my god, we don't care, bro. The Walking Dead is... I don't care if you guys like it, but in my opinion, it literally is disgusting. Like, the first time it ever came out, they literally gave paper bags to people, so how gross the scenes were, they throw up in it, bro. Oh my god, let's get to the video.
Dude,
Sorry
right now
for the
everything's
noise.
fine. All we gotta worry about is finding out what's making those noises.
Whatever.
I actually never seen this one. Is this one yours? Yeah, it's yours.
Your destination is on.
All right, I think it's up here. It's up here. Dude, this place is even creepier than I thought. You really want to stay here?
Yeah, dude. Let's just go meet Chloe, okay? Come on.
He literally sounds like Carl from Mr. Beast. Oh, it's 34 minutes. We're not gonna watch the whole thing.
Hi.
Traumatized.
Yeah, I am.
Is it cool if we come in and talk?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Bruh, she looks like she just like.
Yes, it's right over here.
Traumatized. She looks traumatized. Whoa!
Hi. Are you her father? Yeah, we're friends with your daughter.
Daddy, are you gonna go back in your room?
Okay, let's just like sit down and talk here.
Oh my god, bro.
Okay, Chloe, thank you for letting us sit down with you.
Yes, thank you.
So, can you tell us more about what's been going on?
Yeah, so at night, usually when I'm trying to sleep, I've started hearing these weird noises. For the first couple nights, there was this weird whining sound. Then I heard scratching, chewing, and almost like a peeling sound.
Dude, what?
Okay, well, your dad just mentioned something about your brother. What's that about?
I'm not supposed to talk about that.
Yeah, so is there something that's like going on with your dad?
You know how amazing my daddy is? He says I'm the best girl in the world.
Okay, right.
But I'm really worried about my daddy. He was fired from his job a few weeks ago. I think he's been really depressed.
What kind of job did he have?
He worked for a medical company as a, surgeon.
Okay, so do you think that getting fired like made him depressed?
Yeah, and he told me our dog just ran away too. He's really sad. I hear him crying in the basement sometimes. I feel horrible. Sometimes I even hear him screaming down there.
Well, it sounds like you care about your dad a lot and you're a good daughter.
Yeah, he just hasn't been himself. I can tell he's really hurting.
Bro.
What?
Let's look at the basement.
Yeah, so do you think it would be okay if Chester and I like looked around your house and the basement?
Yeah, that's okay.
We're not gonna watch the whole video, guys, because it's 34 minutes. So.
Bro, did you see that guy? What the hell's wrong with him?
Huh? What are you talking about, our dad?
Yeah. What, did that guy seem normal to you?
What? I don't know, I guess he's off, but he just lost his job.
Okay, well, how would that make him creepy?
Listen, dude, she just said that she's been hearing weird noises. Let's just focus on setting up a camera in the basement, okay?
Okay.
I want to fast forward it, guys, because. What the?
I'm fine. I just need to sleep. I hope I'll feel better. My daddy brought me tea.
I don't think you should drink this. Chloe, you really don't seem okay. I think we should take you to a doctor right now.
No, I'll be fine. And I don't want to leave my daddy alone.
That water's murky.
Yeah, so is it okay if we, like, set up a camera in your room really quick?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we can't watch this because it's too long. Shout out to Corey Kingston, by the way. His videos are amazing. Yeah, let's just watch. What is it called? Hold on. Let me move you guys closer to me so you guys can actually see the fun. Alright. Horror shorts party. Horror. Horror shorts party, cause what the heck? Oh God. Let's find one. One good one. Can't find any. Okay, here. I've seen this one. It's
Made to melt you
pretty terrifying.
by the Mint Master Chocolatier.
Chocolate's amazing.
We'll keep you comfy, kiddo, even in the leave no room unexplored stage. Huggies, we got you, baby.
Make sure you got your Gatorade too. Gatorade be busting and you need energy, but you already got your Red Bull, so.
This story happened to me a couple of years ago. It happened on a Saturday night. I was typing on a school report for my English class and was pretty worn out from the tedious amount of thinking that transpired throughout the paper. I decided to take a break and procrastinate a little bit, maybe watch a couple of YouTube videos. I needed to take some stress off my mind, but didn't really have anyone to vent or talk to. This gave me the idea to visit a chat room called Omegle. For those of you who don't know what Omegle is, it's a chat room where you can literally video chat with random strangers online through your computer webcam.
Not gonna lie, that's kind
Needless
of.
to say, Omegle definitely helped with my social skills growing up as a child, so I was always active on it.
Oh my gosh.
I remember this one particular night. I was having trouble meeting new people.
What the heck?
This left me a little frustrated, to say the least, but that's the kind of thing to expect when you're on these kind of chat sites. That's when I stumbled upon this one guy. He looked to be around the same age group as myself, and seemed like a pretty harmless individual.
Harmless.
I decided to say hi. He didn't say anything back, he just typed the word hi in the chat box.
Bruh.
I found it kind of weird that he would go through the effort of typing out hi as opposed to just saying hi verbally. He then waved at me and began typing something else.
Look at this.
He introduced himself in the chat box saying,
He looks
"My name is Daniel. What's your name?"
terrifying.
I verbally
No
said,
offense, but he
"My
looks
name is
pretty
James.
terrifying.
How are you?" He then stares at the camera and doesn't say a word to me, completely dismissing the fact that I just asked him a question. At this point, I was convinced that this had to be some sort of pre-recorded video and that someone was just trolling me. That's when he began typing in the chat box again, saying, "I'm deaf. Please type in the chat box unless you know sign language." I honestly felt stupid and immediately typed, "No worries, my name is James," and gave a quick thumbs up as an act of kind gesture. He immediately typed back saying, "Nice to meet you, James," and gave me a thumbs up as well. He then typed something else that left me dumbfounded. He said, "I will use my whiteboard to chat with you going forward because my hands will be occupied." I was confused by what he meant by that, so I typed, "What do you mean by your hands being occupied?" He then starts writing on the whiteboard and raises it up on the screen, which read, "Want to play a game?"
He looks
I
scary.
typed, "Sure, what game do you want to play?" What he did next is something I will never forget to this day. He held a revolver up with one hand and the whiteboard
Oh,
up with the
God.
other hand, saying, "Let's play Russian roulette." I was honestly quite creeped out by this guy and was contemplating on clicking the stop option to skip this weirdo. That's when he wrote another message on the whiteboard saying, "1 of 6. I was confused by what 1 of 6 meant. He then took the revolver, slipped one bullet inside the cylinder, and began spinning it with his other hand. I now knew what he meant by 1 of 6. It seemed like the guy was about to demonstrate an act of Russian roulette with one bullet in the cylinder of 6. He then puts the revolver against his head. I began typing. What are you doing? Please stop this. The guy then smiles disturbingly on the camera and pulls the trigger. Nothing happened. He starts laughing hysterically like a psycho. I was honestly disturbed, but also skeptical that the gun was real, so I typed, "Is that even real?" He then points the revolver at the wall and begins to repeatedly press the trigger until the shot was fired. I was completely blown away by what I was seeing and typed, "Dude, you could have died!" That's when the guy raised the whiteboard to the screen again, showing the message, 5 of 6. I frantically started typing, "Don't do it," repeatedly in the chat box, desperately trying to get his attention. He then began loading the revolver with 5 bullets while I gestured no by waving my hands back and forth like a lunatic. I knew the odds of him surviving
Like a lunatic,
this time
bro.
were
The guy
slim to
that's
none.
about to shoot himself in the
He
head is a
raises the
lunatic.
revolver against his head once again and begins to disturbingly smile, with tears running down his face.
Bruh.
He began mumbling the words, "It was nice meeting you, James." I immediately slammed my laptop shut as I hear a gunshot a split second before the laptop was fully closed. I was left baffled on my computer desk. I hadn't a clue what to do.
Who does that?
I stupidly opened my laptop up with my eyes closed. I pressed my hand against the screen where the video chat was located. I opened my eyes, and through the cracks of my fingers, I can see blood displayed everywhere on the screen. I immediately clicked the exit button on the Google Chrome tab and call it a night. To this day, I'm still skeptical about what I saw that night. I haven't reported anything to the police, nor have I reported anything to Omegle. I'm not sure if that was the wisest decision, but I hope I never encounter anyone like that again.
Oh God, chunk of his head's gone. Whoa. Should I be showing this? YouTube, do not demonetize me. I watch worse stuff than this. Trust me, I watch a lot of horror movies. But yeah. Shout out to Horror Shorts Party. Bro, their videos? Like, if you do not like horror shorts, get out of my life. Cannot watch my channels anymore because we're going to be watching some horror shorts, and horror short is freaking awesome, okay? Now we got to find another video. Oh God. I do not want to get demonetized from watching all this because I watch a lot of this stuff all the time. I'm not going to post this on YouTube Kids because kids could be watching. Kids, do not watch these videos because YouTube will demonetize me, and that means I won't be able to make YouTube anymore. I would be depressed, okay? Very depressed. So we'll watch this one. Horror Shorts Party by Lazy Smash Squad. What the?
This happened to me on a trip to Lyon, France.
Leon
I was
France,
traveling
man.
solo from the States and had booked a stay with this old couple in their house. I say old. They must have been in their mid-60s. It was a new listing and only had a couple of reviews, but they were both
They
really
look
positive.
terrifying, man.
From the photos, I could tell that this place wasn't exactly a 5-star joint, but for the price, it was a steal and in a
A
great location
steal?
to boot.
Bro, that place looks like it's for
That first
sale.
night when I arrived, the older couple actually made dinner for me. It was a nice touch, and who was I to refuse? Their English was decent, so we chatted and shared a few stories, and afterwards I went to explore the city and get a few drinks. I must have returned around 10 p.m, and my hosts were nowhere to be seen. In bed asleep, I figured. The pair had told me at dinner to help myself to a little wine, which is precisely what I did when I got in. Nice
Did you-
drinks.
Hold up. Did
In
you all
bed
just see
asleep,
that?
I figured. The pair had told
The person that made the video is on the wine bottle. And this artwork, beautiful, beautiful.
told me at dinner to help myself to a little wine, which is precisely what I did when I got in. Nice folks. Afterwards, I went up to my bedroom to settle down myself.
Okay.
Now, I usually have
what I
trouble
always do.
sleeping, but that night,
Not really.
I fell asleep with surprising ease. All the traveling that day had worn me out, and that little bit of wine probably helped too, I guess. I'm not sure what time it was, but I awoke in the night to a flash of lightning. You know when your eyes are closed, but you can still tell there was a flash of bright light? Well, it was just like that. I remained curled up in bed with my eyes still shut, waiting for the crash of thunder to come with it. I counted the passing seconds in my head. My mum always used to tell me that however many seconds there were between the lightning and thunder, that was how many miles away it had struck. So I'm there, counting away in my head. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20, 30. That's odd, I thought. No thunder. It was then, through closed eyelids, that I sensed another lightning flash.
Wasn't lightning. I already seen this, but I'm not gonna spoil it for you all because you're gonna get mad.
I sat up in bed and opened my eyes, just to see if my sleep-hazed mind was playing tricks on me.
Yo, chill.
Inside my bedroom
Wait.
were my two hosts.
I already seen this, but I'm gonna.
Initially, I didn't realize just how bizarre this situation was. I was still in that confused, just out of sleep state. Even still, I knew there was something off about their expressions. As my eyes adjusted, I could tell what was wrong.
Yo!
They were both wearing masks.
Forgot what.
Latex masks of all
I forgot how it
human
was.
faces
How
with
it looked, bro.
exaggerated features. The flashes had been from the camera the woman was holding. They'd been taking pictures of me whilst I slept. The husband was nearer to the bed than the wife, though, and he was in mid-step.
But look at this. Look at his teeth. He looks like a straight up horse, bro. Okay. Bro, what is that teeth? Hold up. Let me get it. Oh, I can't zoom in, but his teeth.
Moving closer. She was further back by the door. It was as if he wanted to be in the pictures. With me now awake, they both froze like a pair of mannequins. What do you want? At the time, I couldn't think of anything else to say. The adrenaline hadn't kicked in yet. I was more confused than freaked out.
Never thought of
"Adrian,"
staying at a
said
hotel.
the male, his
You
voice
moron.
muffled behind the latex
This
mask.
would have never happened to me.
Then, backing up towards
Or
the
is there
door
just no hotels in
at
France?
night.
What
It wasn't
the heck?
until I noticed the metal wrench
Is that
in the old man's hand
Big teeth.
that the situation fully dawned on me. I quickly gathered my shit and made for the front door, glancing around like crazy in case the old fucks tried to ambush me with the wrench.
Oh my god. There's like 100% chance YouTube's gonna demonetize me because it just said a bad word and I never cuss on my channel. Obviously. But this is reacting. I did not know how to bleep out videos, so YouTube, please don't demonetize me. I will not post this on like normal YouTube or YouTube Kids. I'm not posting it on that, and I'm sorry if it said a cuss word. I just forgot. I haven't saw this video in a whole year. It's my fault. I'm sorry.
From around the corner. Needless to say, I contacted the police immediately, though nothing ever came of it. My evidence was all anecdotal. The old geezers had been smart enough to delete all of the pictures. My complaints to Airbnb were largely ignored too, though the old couple did remove their listing from the site. I don't know what all of that was about. Some cult-like shit?
Okay, no. You know, why do they have to say like cuss words? trying to make a video for my channel for reacting. But guys, little kids, don't watch this. It's gonna have probably cuss words. Because I do watch a lot of horror movies. I do watch a lot of movies that don't have, like, are basically not for kids. Not like sexual movies, but like just normal horror and comedy. Funny and comedy. But yeah, true arcade horror story animation. We'll do that. And we'll do like one more after this, and then it's gonna be the end, so.
The story is told in a female perspective. It happened to me when I was around 15 years old. I would always love going to this arcade that was located close to my house.
Horse Schwartz Party
The
Arcade.
arcade was always open till late, so
That was
it
a real
usually
thing. I'd
packed
go
to
there.
full capacity. My parents didn't mind if I went by myself, as long as I made it back before my curfew was over. Every time I was at this arcade, I would always play with the Pac-Man machine.
Pac-Man,
I
Mortal
don't know why,
Kombat.
it's just I had a knack for Pac-Man, and it
Mortal
was my
Kombat's
favorite
a
game to
good
play. Later that night, I remember seeing these two guys play the game Dance Dance Revolution. I always enjoyed watching others play it, as it was quite mesmerizing to say the least. That's when a random guy approached me from out of the blue and asked if I'd be interested in playing air hockey with him. I personally didn't see any harm in it, so I said, sure. He introduces himself as...
You wanna know what I would have said? I would have said, back off, you moron, fool. I will call the cops on you. Trust me, I would have been more on that. I'd probably been letting out some firework words. If I was like a teenager, if that happened, I would light up my firework words. Because, do you see this guy? He looks like he likes children. Like, just look at that. He looks like he likes children. Like, straight up. He looks like he likes children. Like, he looks like he's staring at whatever part of her body.
Ben, and I introduced myself as well. We ended up playing a few rounds and even chatted for a bit. Ben was even generous enough to buy me a drink. I eventually noticed it was getting pretty late and realized it was probably close to my curfew. I checked my pockets and noticed my phone was missing. I didn't know if I forgot it at home or something, so I tell Ben that it was time for me to go. He then tells me that he needs to use the restroom and politely asks if I could keep an eye on his cell phone, which was charging on the wall along with his belongings. I said sure, and he proceeds to head to the restroom. I decided to call my cell phone using Ben's phone, just in case I accidentally dropped it somewhere in the arcade. I noticed he didn't have a pass lock on it, so it was pretty easy to use. I dial my number and surprisingly hear a cell phone ringing inside Ben's backpack. It sounded exactly like my ringtone. My phone must have been in his bag. I decide to open the bag, only to find my phone inside it.
Bro.
I grab my phone
That
and
is
quickly place the
awesome.
backpack back on the table, just in case Ben came back. I felt really uncomfortable knowing he had attempted to steal my phone, considering the fact that he came off as this really nice guy. I noticed he was still in the restroom, so I randomly scanned through Ben's phone. He didn't have any social media apps,
Why would you
which
do that?
led me to believe
I mean,
he
not
wasn't
that's a
much of
smart idea,
social
but like,
guy.
if he came back,
I nosily
scared I'd
decided
be.
to look through Ben's photos while occasionally looking up to see if he had come back from the restroom. What I saw in the photos made me want to throw up. It was photos of myself ranging from inside and outside the arcade. The photos range from a couple months ago till now. As I was swiping more and more and more, I realized that this guy had been secretly stalking and taking photos of me. One photo that really sent chills down my spine was a candid style photo of myself playing the Pac-Man machine with Ben standing right behind me. He must have had someone take the photo of us. I quickly delete all the photos of his phone. That's when someone named Greg texted Ben's phone saying, "Yo, Ben, is she still with you? I'm outside with the van."
oh
That's when I
shoot!
look up and see Ben staring at me with a creepy-ass smile. It was a smile that looked so exaggerated I couldn't tell if he was faking it or being for real. I told him that I was just checking the time because I'd forgotten my cell phone at home. He then says, "Want to come over to my place?"
No!
honestly could have made a scene, but I took the high road and said, sure, but I need to use the restroom first. He then says, sure, let me walk you there. Then
Bruh,
walks me to the
no.
restroom, and I immediately took the opportunity to call my dad to come pick me up. I can see Ben glimpsing through the door every time someone exited the restroom like a creep.
That's why you.
That's when I decided to.
I hope she tells those guys, because I've seen this video before and I forgot if she told them or not. But if she didn't, I would have told them to stay right with me. But obviously, I'm gonna have a Glock 18 on me when I'm over, so like that kind of crap happens. And you can't tell nobody in the arcade. You can't tell the people that own the arcade. You could tell them like, "Oh, this weird guy stalking me." Like, what idiots, bro? Some
Two
people are not
older
smart.
girls I saw about my situation.
Yes,
And they
good.
kindly escort me outside, only to find Ben no longer there. I then get a call from my dad telling me to come outside and that he has arrived. I quickly rush into his car and act like nothing ever happened. To this day, I'm still traumatized from
Why
the
is it a
encounter I
boy
had with
talking
Ben
for a
that
girl?
night.
Like, bro.
I lay on my bed from time to time, pondering what sick plan he was orchestrating that night. All I know is that I don't plan on going back to that arcade anytime soon.
Wants to kidnap you. That's traumatizing. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, be sad. Alright, yeah, that video was pretty traumatizing. We'll watch one more, and then I gotta end the video because we're already at 31 minutes. And I don't want this to be too long for you guys. I need chocolate. I want chocolate now. What time is it? It's 8:10. Dang.
This is a story that happened a few years back when I was in my early 20s. It was a Friday morning when I was getting ready to meet up with my friends from college to head.
The heck are those lines sticking out of his body? Are those needles in his body? Oh my, I'm done.
to Coachella. My friends were always excited every time we brought up Coachella, as they were extreme EDM freaks that loved to rave and party like the majority of students on campus. I personally didn't like EDM and was more of a rap kind of guy, but I always attended the events as Coachella usually hosted special guests to do special appearances, so that made the idea of going much more appealing to me. Another reason I enjoyed going was the guaranteed barrage of beautiful females that would usually show up to these types of events. I remember my friends meeting up at my place to do our usual pre-drinking routine, which was something we always did prior to any events similar.
We're gonna skip that because drinking. Might just end the video here.
Cheers to getting wasted and not kissing someone that's related.
Cheers!
Cheers.
I guess I'll cheer with this. That's when we got inside Nick's vehicle and began to drift off onto the freeway, finally making our way to the much anticipated event we've been geeking about for months on end. The ride usually took us about an hour and a half to get there, but seeing as Coachella was a large event, it prolonged the trip by another hour or so due to the traffic from the Coachella attendees. When we finally reached the destination, Nick parked his car in the pre-designated lot as we began to make our way inside the Coachella premises. The view was extraordinary. I always got a huge boost of serotonin from the incredible visuals being displayed. I legitimately felt like every time I attended music festivals of this magnitude, it was always equivalent to being a kid in a candy shop. The majority of people I saw were, of course, the usual hipsters and jocks who would always have that one person in the group annoyingly vlogging every minuscule second of their experience. Then, of course, there were the extreme EDM ravers who always went over the top with their flamboyant outfits.
Supreme headband.
But then there was that one occasional overaged creep who always looked out of place in events like this, considering the majority of guests were usually in their 20s and early 30s.
The
I
fat
recall
dude?
this one guy looking like he was in his late 40s, possibly 50s, from the beer gut hanging down from his trousers and the rough-aged look he had
Might
on
have
his
been eating
face.
too much, bro. You need
I
to,
usually
like,
couldn't
calm
care
down,
less
bro.
who
You need to,
attended these
like-
events, but this guy gave me straight-up predator vibes from the way he was lurking around the women.
Bro, why are there,
That's
like,
when the man eventually catches me looking at him.
bro, why
I
are there, like,
nonchalantly
guys
look
like
away
that?
as I can see the man in my peripheral vision.
Why are there a lot of scary people have, like, or, no, why do some people on the horse shorts have to have, like, freaking, why do the boys have to be pregnant? Bro, that, no.
Approaching our group.
No.
We all awkwardly stare at him as he begins to catcall my friend Jody by saying, "Hey, sweetie, you want me to rock your world by adding a little something something to your drink?"
Like what?
That's when he begins to gargle up a load of saliva in his mouth and spits out a large slimy glob directly inside Jody's cup. She drops it almost instantaneously in disgust.
What the hell, dude?
Yo, what the hell is your problem? Hey, I wasn't trying to rock your world, dimwit. I was talking to Miss Mellons over here. Get the hell away from us or I'm calling the cops. Next time, say it a little louder so that the cops can actually hear you. He walks away as we began to head over to another vendor opposite to where the man was walking to grab more drinks. As the night went on, I was so plastered, all I saw was nothing but hallucinative imagery while fanboying over the performances that were currently on stage. This happened for about 2 nights.
What the heck?
As me and my friends would get completely wasted and pull all-nighters throughout our whole experience at Coachella. On the last night, I remember my friend Jody was sitting on my shoulders, which was a common thing for females to do during festivals like this. I recall a man in the midst of the crowd staring at my direction. I honestly couldn't tell if I was hallucinating or not, but all I can remember was that the man was standing in the opposite direction away
the
from
guy
the
in the
stage
potato
as
shirt?
opposed to facing it. At first glance, I couldn't make out who it was, but then I realized that it was the same guy from before. This obviously had a million red flags written all over it, as no person in their right state of mind will look at the audience's direction throughout the entire duration of a live performance. What the hell?
What's wrong?
I just need to use the restroom.
Never get wasted, okay?
Do you need me to walk you?
No, I'm fine, Jody. Just wait here, okay? That's when I began to run towards the porta potties as I desperately needed to vomit.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ. I recall sitting on the toilet seat trying to regain some of my consciousness back in hopes that I could sober up and join my friends at the concert again. That's when my entire world began to shake. No, I mean literally, my entire world began to shake as the porta potty began violently shifting back and forth. What the hell is going on? Somebody help me! Help! I was so intoxicated, I genuinely thought I was experiencing an earthquake. The porta potty then abruptly stopped shaking as I hear a shallow voice whispering, "I decided to rock your world too." That's when I immediately got out of the porta potty and surveyed the circumference of my surroundings, only to see no sight of the man. "Are you okay, sir? I heard you screaming."
Oh.
I began to sprint towards the sleeping area where designated tents were, as I really needed to get some rest. I then got inside my tent and curled up in my sleeping bag, in hopes that I would sleep off my intoxicated state.
It's not a good idea.
I made sure to
having a bag
update
like
my
that.
friends by sending a quick text in the group chat, just so they knew my whereabouts as I began to drift off. About 5 minutes later, I recall my friend Jody approaching the outside of my tent saying,
Hey babe, is everything okay?
I told her,
Babe.
"Yeah, I think I am."
I want to give you a kiss.
What?
Okay.
Here, pass me your phone. I want to remember this moment forever.
Is it the dude?
Kiss me. Kiss me. Kiss me. Kiss me. Kiss me. Come on, kiss me. Kiss me.
That's when I opened my eyes, only to be awoken by my friends. travel had unfortunately came to an end, and it was time to make our departure home.
Whoa.
I remember sobering up on the ride home while praising my friend Jody by saying, "Hey Jody, I just want to thank you for consoling me in the tent. It means a lot."
Anytime. But when did I console you?
Jody, you kissed me in the tent, remember? Ooh, didn't know you guys were a thing.
Mark? I don't know what you're talking about.
That's when I pulled out my phone as I remembered Jody taking a selfie of us kissing. But what I saw on my phone literally made me sick to my stomach. There were about a dozen selfies of me and that man laying next to me in the tent.
Ooh, what the heck? Did they kiss though? Like, gay? Alright guys, that'll be a wrap today. Cause I need to take a moment of silence. Cause I'm kinda, I don't know. I wouldn't say traumatized, but like, traumatized. That was scary. The very first one. The one that was like what was it? It was the Life of Luxury. Couldn't watch that one. 35 minutes. The second one, meh. But yeah, guys, hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. See ya.